Let me tell you a story about a little girl. Ever since she was 10, she had a dream. Most of the kids her age wanted to get married when they're older or become an astronaut or teacher. But for her, she wanted to be a successful woman, climbing that corporate ladder and working in a tall skyscraper in the big city. She always dreamed of wearing all black in heels, getting a cup of coffee in her hand, walking to work, and having an open big office overlooking all the buildings in a big beautiful city. So she did just that. She went to architecture school. She worked her way up from a tiny small firm to a medium-sized firm and slowly climbed her way up to a large international firm. Oh yeah, that girl was me. I still remember the first day I went to work at Rockefeller Center in New York City. I pushed through that brass handle on the big revolving door and I thought to myself, I made it. This was a dream that I've always wanted when I was a kid, and I did it. And then as time went by, I sat at a 5-foot desk in an open office with painted concrete ceiling and unlimited cups of bad coffee, relentlessly working days and nights. I spent a whole year working until midnight every single night and every single weekend. I would go back to the office to work after I have dinner with my relatives coming into town to visit me. I would basically just live and eat in the office every single day. And the worst part was I was proud of it. I mean, that was my dream. I was proud of myself putting in endless hours into making my project perfect. I was proud that the leadership team would always praise me for my hard work. But then I hit a massive burnout. You know that feeling that you're so tired, but your mind is so wired up because you've been working all day and thinking all day that you end up waking up with a headache every single day. It got so bad that I had to start taking every Thursday off. Now, I don't know why it was Thursday, but every single week, every Thursday, I would call work and to ask to work from home because I just couldn't leave my bed because I had such a bad migraine. It was so bad that I stopped calling my family in Hong Kong because, well, who has the time? This burnout episode led me to a whole journey into thinking what I actually wanted in life. Now, this is usually the part of the story where someone had a big revelation and they realized what their true purpose is in life, but that didn't quite happen for me. I mean, I've been telling myself this is what I wanted, the corporate dream for my entire life. And now I'm trying to figure out what I actually want. That's really, really hard. It's like throwing the life away that you've worked so hard for. I mean, we're in architecture and that's really, really hard. So I just felt really lost for at least 3 years. I still went ahead and got my license as a licensed architect. But on the side, I tried everything outside of architecture to find the new meaning in life. I started multiple blogs, I started selling tea, I tried making jewelry, I tried writing about career advice, I tried selling resume templates. I even made a video on how to fold plastic bags because I thought I was going to be an organization guru. It was a mess, let me tell you. It was a mess. I didn't know what I wanted and I just kept trying, but I just knew deep down that what I had wasn't it. It was this feeling like you're in this dark void and you're alone by yourself and you're trying to find a light that's just not there. But you know what? I just kept trying. I kept my job because what I realized was the problem wasn't my job, it was my own definition of success. My definition of success was about the job, the power, the status, the cool, fancy architect working in New York City, getting promoted, and I thought all of that would make me happy, but it didn't. And it took a really long time for me to realize that. So I went on a deep journey to finding out what I really want. Not just in my career or in architecture, but in my life in general. So in today's episode, I want to share with you the 3 biggest lessons I have learned in this journey of discovering my own definition of success. So if you're struggling to figure out what success means to you or where you should go in your career path, I hope this can help you. So let's get started. The first lesson I have learned is you need to ask yourself, what does success look like to you? See, in the middle of trying new things, I started personal brand coaching for other architects and designers. And it just felt right. It felt like I belong here and that I'm actually making an impact in someone's life. It felt like I'm just exactly where I should be, helping other architects who are like me to succeed in their lives. That's what success means to me, helping other people and making an impact in their life. So I changed my entire mindset. Success is getting a DM from another member in the community that tell me they got a new job during the pandemic. Success is mentoring younger team members at work or outside of work and seeing them flourish, doing the kind of work that they love to do. Success is knowing that the work that you put out there actually makes an impact, a real impact. Even if it's just inspiring someone to take a little bit of action, a tiny little step in their life to make their career or their personal brand, or even just to make their life a little better, that's what success means to me. Now, lesson number 2 that I have learned is you need to forget what other people think about you. To redefine your own success is absolutely terrifying. You're basically throwing away hundreds of years of expectations from society and just saying, screw it, I'm going to do it my way and I'm going to be very selfish and focus on myself. Is it weird to say out loud that you don't really need another promotion, or that working in the shiny skyscrapers no longer make you happy? It's terrifying how much we care about what other people think about us. So much so that I didn't tell anyone at work about the personal brand coaching when I first started it, because I thought everyone was going to judge me. I thought they were going to ask me, how do you have so much time to do all these passion projects? Because I thought building an online community or doing coaching on the side is not what a typical architect would do. I was also a little embarrassed that I had to do something outside of my normal architecture task like drafting or designing to find fulfillment in life. I thought that just meant I'm not a good architect, right? Like, who does that? But guess what? No one cares. Not even a single person care about what I'm doing on my own time. Once I became open at work about what I'm doing, coaching, personal branding, all this stuff, sharing my blog posts with them, and everyone at work all said good things about it. Whenever I get a feature in an article or interviews in a podcast, I will share with them and they all say that they're proud to have me as a leader in their team. People are actually happy that I'm doing what I'm doing outside of my normal architecture job to help other architects in their career. And I think this is something that we don't realize because we're so scared of people judging us. The third lesson that I have learned in this whole journey of me trying to figure out my own definition of success is that you have to pave your own way. Now, I've been doing this for a few years now, but sometimes I still feel scared. Scared of judgment, like I said, because this is really not what a normal architect would do in their daily job. And there's really no roadmap for me. It's not like I can follow a few books and take a few exams to get to a destination. I mean, I don't even know what the destination is. But without a destination in mind, the journey of me figuring this out just feels right. Let's take personal branding as an example. Before I started talking about personal branding, there wasn't really much discussion on this inside the architecture world. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, but I have seen firsthand from my personal experience how big personal branding has helped me grow my career. So I just wanted to talk about it. When you're creating your own version of success, there's only really you in this really unique path that you're on by yourself. Now, that's not to say that you're alone. There are gonna be other people supporting you, including me, but it just means that you have to go through a lot of trial and error. You have to be willing to try it, fail at it, be really horrible at it, and start again and keep trying. It means that you have to keep building up and showing up for yourself. Not for your job, not for your parents, and as you know, I always say, definitely not for your boss, but really just for yourself. So there you have it. That's my 3 lessons I have learned building my own personal brand and creating my own version of success. That was a long journey to share with you, but I feel like it's important that we talk about this and we don't talk about it enough. I'm not sure where my journey is gonna take me, but if you're feeling doubtful about your dream job or your career path, or you just feel lost and you don't know where you're gonna go next, just know that sometimes it takes getting to where you thought you wanted to be to know that it's actually not where you're meant to be. Until next time, keep building up and showing up together.